What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? This is a beautiful pre-Juneteenth day, so happy Juneteenth, everybody out there. So glad to see you guys here today. Don't y'all just feel the positivity and the warmth in the air today? Okay, let's see who's in the house today. I just want to see who's in the house. We got some interesting things to talk about today. And we're going to go over it. We're going to talk about some things. So let's see who's in the house, who's here. Let's see. I see Nathan's in the house. Hello. Jillian, hello. How are you? SJ Evans, hello. My man Eric Shaw's in the house. What's going on? Goldilocks, all the vets are here. Love it. DJ's in the house. Oh, let's go. Black man, how are you? Let's see who else we got. Oh, Jason Wilcox in here. Let's go. Come on now. We already know the brothers in the house. Yes. Let's see who else we got in the. Oh, Car Bros here. Okay. We in the house now. Let's do this. Tyrone, let's go. Stephanie, thank you. By the way, thank you so much for that Venmo donation. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Let's see. We got so Jay's in the house. Come on now. We already know. Jay's here. Oh, the real Django. I already knew. Oh, yes. And Rhonda made it. Okay, now we can start. Because Rhonda missed last week. She missed Wednesday, but now she's here. So we can start now. Let's start with some good stuff. Right? Let me first. I just got done watching Black Widow, and I also was able to attend a Black Widow event. This was a virtual event, so you see your boy Kevin Feige and the director Kate Shortland and Rachel Weisz, David Harbour, Florence Pugh, Scarlett Johansson. Everybody was in the house, and it was cool. It was a nice little thing. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of information that was dropped. So can't really give you guys the real skinny with this virtual conference that dropped. I think the most interesting that was mentioned was the fact that one, Kevin Feige is not going to rule out doing other prequels for other characters. He is also not going to rule out doing, future stuff or whatever. But, that really didn't mean anything. And David Harbour or Red Guardian, he also said that if there was any other character he could join up with, it would be with Anthony Mackie's Captain America. That was about it. Really not that deep, not that much. But I can give you at least my quick reaction to Black Widow. Now, the embargo is still up, so I can't give you a full review. I cannot give you a score. Look, I don't want Marvel coming for my firstborn. I'm just saying, there are rules in this whole press game when you get early access to screeners. And no, I'm not going to answer any questions that pertain to spoilers or anything like that. I can only tell you how this made me feel and my reaction. Now, the way I felt about watching Black Widow, it was cool. The action was on point. The fight choreography kept me locked in. There's a lot of drama in this because of the fact that we get to learn more about Nat and her past. We get to see her whole family dynamic. What I really thought, is going to kind of touch at people, at least, emotionally, is we finally see why family is so important to Nat. That is one of the most important things that this kind of focuses on. It does get into some other darker situations, but I think that people are going to enjoy this movie. I know some folks have been asking, like, yo, should we watch Black Widow in theaters? Should we watch it on Disney Plus? The best way I can answer that is, if you decide to go see it in theaters, you're going for the action set pieces. That's going to be the most intriguing thing to see on a big screen. Now, you've seen this in the trailers, where all that stuff is falling and flying and all. That's a pretty dope scene. Don't get me wrong. It's a good scene. So you're going for that. Now, that's not a huge chunk of the movie, though. Even though you get some really good fight scenes here and there, there's a good majority of this is drama. So a lot because of that, I would say that the best way to kind of go about it is maybe a matinee, so that way you don't feel, cheated or anything. But you could still get that big screen feel to it. But either way, I mean, I left it watching. I left the movie feeling pretty good about it. I was like, okay, this is cool. I like it. I wish this had came out sooner. Like, Marvel, what were y'all doing? Why didn't you drop this after Civil War? You didn't need Wonder Woman to do this. Like, because this whole thing, I mean, yes, there is a feminine lens, but it's something that doesn't feel, as a guy, it's not like I'm sitting here like, oh man, I can't watch this. This is only for women. No, it's a spy thriller, so you're going to have a good time with it. Somebody, I don't know who it was, somebody said, is this anything close to Winter Soldier? No. No. So, I just wanted to kind of give you guys my quick reaction on that. Let you know that Black Widow definitely, is worth the watch. Whether you want to do it on Disney Plus, because I think they're going to do a dual release where you can watch it either on Disney Plus or you can watch it in theaters on the same time. So it's totally up to you. I would just say, like, whatever you feel is probably the best option. Don't feel forced to go watch it one way or another. So that's just my quick take on that. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. They really overhyped Black Widow. I haven't seen it though. I'm not a reviewer. One thing I did see, I saw some people online, and I'm not saying Black Widow is a bad movie. Not saying that. But I saw some people online being like, oh my gosh, the tears. Oh my gosh, this was so. I'll be like, what? Time out. Hold on now. Like, and here's the crazy thing. Some of those same reactions, people that was acting like this was The Notebook Part 2, they was saying the same thing about Wonder Woman 84. I'm like, wait a minute now. Like, does any old movie just get to your feels like that? Anything get you like that? Everything is the best thing Marvel ever did? Everything is just the best thing to get your tears going? Everything? Listen, I'm just saying, you're going to have a good time with it. It's cool. But I would not sit here. Now, and again, if you personally feel like this is the best movie Marvel ever made, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Don't let me take that away. I'm just going to say I didn't see it as that way. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Django says, do you think Marvel should have made this before? Yes. Yes, of course. Way then. Yes, absolutely. We're gonna have to wait. So I'm gonna try and get my review up so that way on the 29th, when the embargo lifts, my review will be up, spoiler free, of course. And I'll tell you the one thing I did not like. There was one thing in this entire movie that made me feel a little uncomfortable. You have to wait for the review for that. So that's just how I felt with that. Let's see. Hold on. I saw a question. I saw a comment here. Let's see. Better. Yes. In my opinion. Yes. Yes, you will. If you want to see it early, there is premium access. So I don't know how much they're going to charge. I don't know if that's going to be like $20-$30. Maybe they do the Mulan thing. If you have a big family, it's probably worth it. Like if you want to watch it in the comfort of your home, it's probably worth it at that point. But if you don't, if it's just you, then I'd probably say might be cheaper to actually go to the theater, if you want to see it. I don't know if it's going to have like the most amount of rewatch time. Oh, and that's the other thing I should definitely let y'all know right now. Whatever you do, Don't be going in there with a whole bunch of Marvel fan theories. Don't do it. Don't do it. This movie is not for that. This movie is Nat's story, and that's all you need to know. That is all you need to know about that. But I will say, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. I want y'all to go ahead and when you get to get some time. Hold on, let me pull it up. Yep. There it is. Make sure y'all go check this out. This video right here. This, it's made by yours truly. Don't look at this one. Look at this one. I just want y'all to go look that one up when you have some time. For no particular reason. If you got some time, you might want to go see that and have some fun with that video. It's a crazy video with a bunch of crazy theories, but it'll be a nice little thing to go into before you go watch Black Widow. That's all. I'm just going to leave it at that. Eric, you playing. You playing, bro. And no comment. That's funny. That is funny. You know what? Hold on. I'm glad. That's an interesting question that you bring up. And I will say, to answer your question, maybe a whole lot of people believed it. I didn't. But who's right? New Rockstars or E-Man? I don't know. Only time will tell. I mean, I made these videos like a year ago, so I don't know, but I know now. But you can always go check out the videos and y'all compare. Y'all see what happens. Go check it out. So anyway, that's just me right there. I'm just throwing some things out. Oh, my man, Ron Frazier. Yes. Okay. Now that we're done with the Black Widow reaction, let's get down to business. Go get her. Okay. All right. Fine. I get it. Y'all just want drama. That's all. Y'all just want drama. Why y'all so mad with the drama? Oh, listen. I'm not here for that. First, I wanted to do something because a lot of times this is like a prime opportunity. As I mentioned earlier on, that this is, right before Juneteenth. And I understand that, a lot of you guys sometimes are coming from overseas. Sometimes you are coming from different ethnic groups or different parts of the country. And you probably have no idea what Juneteenth actually is. So I want to take this opportunity just to give you a very, very quick background into what it is. President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, but news at the end of Texas had not reached or traveled to the state until 1865. Now, it's a commemoration of the struggle against slavery and a celebration of freedom. Now, people think that Juneteenth is when slavery ended. Actually, the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery was passed April 8th, 1864, and the House then passed the legislation on January 31st, 1865. So Juneteenth is a reminder of the end of one struggle, but the start of yet another one. Let's not forget, right after slavery and all that happened, Jim Crow, segregation, fight for civil rights, and more still continued nevertheless. Now, this was just a little quick history lesson for you because, again, I want you to understand what Juneteenth means. And of course, since this is not like, a history channel, I'm going to give you a couple recommendations on some, movies or TV shows to check out so that way you can have a little bit more entertainment and knowledge when it comes to Juneteenth. So one thing that you absolutely got to watch if you haven't already, please do yourself a favor, upgrade your life and go watch Watchmen on HBO. It is phenomenal. It is great for you comic book fans. You already know this is what it's all about. So you have to go watch Watchmen. Second, if you want something a little more lighthearted, go check out Blackish on ABC. Blackish is funny. It's hilarious. It's about a black family. It gives you black perspectives. But what I like about it is it's non-confrontational. It is something where you get to learn, but you get to experience and get a quick look into black life. Now, here's something else. If you want something a little bit more direct, on ABC, I believe it was on Hulu, you can go watch Juneteenth, A Celebration of Overcoming. That is also something that you can definitely go check out. Also, you also have the movie Miss Juneteenth, which is a really cool movie just to see from like this female perspective. It's about a beauty pageant in Texas, and as I mentioned before, Texas is where the final news reached in terms of the end of slavery. So it's a really cool little story, but you still get that little historical background in between all of that as well. And of course, you know, I forgot to get the image for this, but go check out 13th on Netflix. Matter of fact, if you don't have Netflix, you can go watch 13th on YouTube for free. They put the whole documentary up there. That's the Ava DuVernay documentary on the 13th Amendment, and basically a whole lot more. So those are your quick recommendations on Juneteenth and more. All right, let's see what else we got here. What else? Hold on. I see we got some comments coming in. Hold on, let me try and catch up. Okay. Let's see. BBK says, why do you think they didn't use real Russian actors along Scarlett? Hollywood, money. That's a very good question, because I will say some of the accents was kind of a couple times. I was like, why don't y'all just stop? You know, it was kind of weird. So yeah, that I think it was just Hollywood, you know, but it would have been a really good opportunity to bring in some actual Russian talent, but I don't know. Marvel going Marvel. Derek Gaines, my man, I'm not feeling this movie. I'm sorry, just not. I'll wait for it to be free on Disney Plus. You're talking about Black Widow. Dude, I understand. Totally fine. Your prerogative. Don't get me wrong. That's fine. The one thing I will say is you be wary of the internet. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to spoil the little reveal with Taskmaster and their true identity, or what Taskmaster is or not, you know, whatever. It's going to be something to check out. So I would just say, like, if you're not going to watch Black Widow, if you're going to wait the extra time, because I want to say it might take 45 days for it to get free on Disney Plus, then I'm just going to say you're going to have to, you know, be aware that the internet might ruin that surprise for you. So if you don't care, by all means, keep on doing it. My man TG, thank you, brother. New rock stars come out to play. Nah, it ain't their time right now. Not now. But brother, appreciate you as always. Thank you. I gotta hurry up though, because I already know y'all want some other stuff real quick. I do want to give y'all a very quick John Wick 4 update. I don't know if y'all heard this news or not. First, they had me obviously with Keanu Reeves. In our last live, or live before that, what did we talk about? They put Donnie Yen in there. Come on, man. It Man himself. Y'all had me with Keanu Reeves. Y'all had my money with Donnie Yen. Now y'all want to take my soul because you about to put Scorpion in there. They done added my man, Mr. Sonata, because I can't pronounce his first name, into John Wick 4 just because they can. I'm just saying, this is dope to me. I cannot wait for this movie. This is going to be phenomenal. It is going to be hopefully the biggest action-packed movie that there is coming up. I can't wait. This is going to be nuts. And yes, let me also add in, Lawrence Fishburne is also going to be in there. I think we kind of knew that already, though. I think we knew that, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be in the movie too. I can't wait for John Wick 4. Cannot wait. Oh my gosh. Cannot wait. I just wanted to let y'all know that the fight's going to be nuts. This is going to be amazing. Oh, they also added, I want to say, what's his name? Bill Skarsgård or whatever. Dude that played It. The guy that played It in the It chapter movies or whatever, he's also going to be in there. I don't care. He's probably going to be a villain. You know, he got that evil villain face anyway. Like, once you play it, bro, you ain't about to be no superhero. You ain't about to be no action person. You ain't about to be no protagonist. You scary. You got the scary face, and you're done. You're done. All right, that's your career is set, and you going down the villain path forever. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all. John Wick, I want to say, should be coming out later this year. I don't think they just hold on, let me see. It's probably in this article here. No, my bad. John Wick 4 is supposed to come out May 27th, 2022. So we still got some time. But one way or another, this is gonna be amazing. Okay, now let me jump to the next thing, because I only got one more topic. So I need y'all to like just bear with me. You know, I actually want to share things with y'all. You know, I don't want to just come on here and complain and yell and scream on people, you know. So Trese on Netflix. This is for my anime lovers out there. The simplest way I can describe this is a Filipino version of Constantine. If you like Constantine in any way, shape, or form, that is what this is. And it is really cool. I love the animation here. I love what they do with the stories. I have to warn you, though, it is violent. It is bloody. It is gory. So if you got a weak stomach, it ain't for you. It does deal with like the occult. It deals with supernatural things and beings and stuff like that. Like I said, it's Constantine, but it's a Filipino version of it, right? Like you get Filipino culture, you get the language and so on and so forth. And that kind of makes it feel fresh. It makes it feel new. And I like the fact that it's just tapping into this. Now, the one thing that I kind of sort of was a little bit iffy about was the fact that they throw you right into the fire, right? So like if you have absolutely no knowledge about this, you're just jumping right in. You're trying to figure out, yo, who is this girl? What is her powers? Wait, what is going on? Who are these people? And you just have to be patient, because sooner or later, but it's only like 6 or 8 episodes, I want to say. And each episode is like, it connects to a bigger story. But the cool thing about it is, like, you know, it does have like a big, you know, finale type of deal or whatever. I personally wish we had gotten a little bit more background from it. I wish we had gotten a little bit more context, you know, for the characters, like the dad, for example. I want to know more about the dad, you know. But it is pretty interesting. So that's all I'm saying is, like, you know, if you were looking for something to watch, Trese on Netflix is something to consider, something kind of cool, something a little different. I really enjoyed it. It reminded me of the other show, Sies Manos. If you haven't seen Sies Manos, oh my goodness, please, you have got to check that out as well. But that is just what I wanted to share with y'all. Before we get to the main topic tonight, hold on. My sister out here, Jackie. Shout out to my mama who joined us on Facebook. What up, Mama Jackie? Hello. Oh, Jackie, you gotta behave now. Yeah. You gotta behave. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Is Trese subtitle? It's in English. It's English dubbed. You know, but of course, you know, when they speak in the Filipino language, you know, there are subtitles, so it's not like heavy subs or anything like that. But okay, all right. Now, I have not scripted this. I don't know what I'm about to say. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes here. Y'all know I'm not, and I'm gonna just ask you guys can comment, but I'm just gonna let you know that while I'm talking, I'm probably not gonna see everything. So if y'all want to talk amongst yourselves, that's cool. You want to leave your reactions, that's cool. I will get to them once I get done. But I just wanted y'all to know, heads up, like I'm about to go into this, so I might not be able to catch up and read everything. Y'all know I don't go looking for trouble. I'm a very peaceful man. I don't like negativity. I don't like beef. You know, even with the new rock stars thing, I will call you out for accountability purposes. But I'm not coming at nobody with no animosity. I'm not coming at nobody with no hate or anything like that. But if you step on the line, I gotta call you out on it. This was brought to my attention earlier this week, and it really bothered me. And it was a video from a popular YouTuber named Grace Randolph. Now, Grace is a movie reviewer on YouTube. You know, she does interviews. She's got a really nice following. I don't personally follow her, and that's not because I don't like her. It's not. I'm just not checking for her like that. Like I'm too busy trying to create stuff, so I don't go out looking for other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather produce than consume. That's just me. So, you know, I've heard in the past that she says controversial things here and there. Again, I don't check for that. I don't care. I also hear that she likes to easily block people whenever anybody says anything about her. So let me just make this very, very, very clear. I'm not about to call her out her name, hopefully. I am not about to try and disrespect her. I am not about to belittle her. I'm not about to do any of that. I'm going to call her out on what she says on her platform. Okay. I'm going to play the clip for you guys so you guys can have the full context. I'm not going to play the full video, mainly because if I play the full video, she basically, let me give you a little background. She made a video about the rumors that she heard about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. So this is according to her source. This is according to her information, whatever. I would not recommend that if you don't want spoilers, don't go watch her video. Just don't. Like if you want to go into Wakanda Forever, you know, spoiler free, don't go watch her video. But so what I did take the minute and a half portion of the clip that I found particular issue with. So I'm gonna play you the clip now, and then we're gonna break it down and go through it together. Without further ado, Grace Randolph.
Now, of course, a huge question will be, what happened to T'Challa in the world of the MCU? Why do we need a new Black Panther? I know many of you don't want to see T'Challa recast, but I told you that's what they were going to do, and Kevin Feige confirmed that at the last Disney Investor Day back in December, so it's happening. So I'm hearing that right now Marvel is debating as to whether or not T'Challa should be killed on or off screen. So stop having the conversation as to whether or not he should be killed off or recast. He's being killed off. The new valid debate is to how that should happen. So either in the beginning of the movie he could be killed off. I told you that I heard that they were working on a digital double for Black Panther. Now, Victoria Alonso said they will not be using a digital double of Chadwick Boseman. I believe she meant they will not be doing something like Star Wars did in Rogue One and with Princess Leia. I think that would be disrespectful, but a double that maybe he could perish from, far away. So you could just see it happen far away in a battle. I think that's how it was explained to me, what they were considering. Not that there would be close-ups or anything like that. Or the other option is that he dies off camera between Endgame and Black Panther 2. So I'm curious, what would you want to do? What do you think is the appropriate path to take? And don't say recast T'Challa. That's not an option. Would you do an on or off-screen death to end T'Challa's legacy?
Now, I want to also make something else clear, because it's easy for people to go and misconstrue what I'm about to say, interpret it in some other way. So I'm gonna clear this up very, very early. I don't care if you disagree with the recast T'Challa movement. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem if you happen to believe that, not recasting is the best way. You're entitled to your opinion. That is totally fine. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. Okay? when I heard this clip the first time, the very first thing that jumped out to me was when she said, we can stop having the conversation. Ma'am, why? Because Marvel said so? So because Marvel said that this is what they're going to do, we should just shut up. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Really? I should be okay with this? And y'all already know I'm going to take exception to this, because whenever you sit here and talk about recast T'Challa, I mean, hello, who are you talking to? Now you brought me into this conversation. Why am I supposed to stop talking about recast T'Challa? Do you even know what the recast T'Challa movement is about? Do you know that it is not about just trying these comic book characters to have their stories? It's not about that. It's that's part of it. Don't get me wrong. But the recast T'Challa is supposed to also be a larger conversation about how we depict Black representation on screen. Nobody disputes the fact that Black Panther had a huge impact culturally. This is why this is a conversation beyond just movie stories or whatever. That's why this goes beyond just entertainment, because it's also about representation. If it was just a blanket old story that just existed or whatever and nobody cared about, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't have a petition. Nobody, we would just move on. But because Black Panther meant so much, not only culturally, but specifically to the representation for Hollywood, it's because of Black Panther and what they do on screen that proves or disproves certain myths in Hollywood that will allow us to get better representation on screen. But my issue here is the question of, why are you telling us that we are not supposed to have this conversation? Please, again, I do not follow Grace Randolph like that. I just don't. I already told y'all why earlier. But someone please correct me if I'm wrong. Because, of course, I got the receipts. This woman has been going hard as ever when it comes to Snyder Cut, restore the Snyderverse, interviews with Zack Snyder. And this goes back a whole long time. She got a lot of Snyderverse, whatever content. Didn't WB say many times that they were not going to do the Snyder Cut? Didn't WB already say we're not going to restore the Snyderverse? They said that years ago. They kept on saying that they weren't going to do that. Imagine somebody telling Grace Randolph, stop talking about restore the Snyder Cut. Stop talking about release the Snyder Cut. Imagine if somebody had told her that, hey, it's not worth having a conversation because WB already said no. And this is why I said earlier, you don't have to agree with recast T'Challa or the movement at all. You don't have to agree with it. I want you to respect it. And this is something that I have to be very clear, because people misconstrue things when they don't listen. And I want you to listen. I am not going to call Grace Randolph racist. What I will say is that her conversation leads into these microaggressions that have racial undertones. And what I mean by that is, why are you so complicit? Why are you okay with not keeping the same energy that you did for the Snyder whole movement than with this? I don't care about the Snyder Cut like that. I don't care about restore the Snyderverse. I'm a comic book fan. If it happens, cool. You're going to see me talk about it. I'm going to review it. I'm in there. If it don't happen, guess what? Cool, because I don't care like that. It don't matter to me like that. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to disparage the people that actually care about it. I'm not going to tell the people who do follow it to stop talking about it. I'm not going to sit here and say, that's not a valid conversation. Why is it not valid? Why is it not valid? The problem that I have here with this is the fact that I don't think people realize the problem with trying to tell people to shut up about the recast T'Challa issue. Why is this not worth discussing? Why is it not worth discussing how he dies as being like a valid debate rather than preserving the character and the role that Chadwick Boseman worked so hard to build up? Why is it more valid rather than expressing how we fans would like to see the role continue in some other way? Why are you asking fans what's the best way they should kill him off? Why do we have to entertain that question? Because Marvel said so? Because that's what your hot rumor says, your hot source? Why do I, as a black man who sees myself in this other black character, why do I have to entertain that notion and be complicit and accepting of, well, they gonna kill him off. I wonder how we should do it. Hey, boss, should we lynch him or should we burn him? What do y'all think is the best option? This is what I'm talking about with microaggressions. Because the microaggression comes in the fact that you can have the cognitive dissonance to be all for the Snyder Cut and all for release the Snyderverse, despite the same studio telling you hell no. But when it comes to this black representation, this movie that has transcended just good old Hollywood stories, good old movies, it's transcended that. Now it's a whole different standard. Now we get to think about how we kill this black man for the third time. Why does that have to be the option? Why do we have to be so comfortable with black death? You know why it bothers me? Because I see myself in T'Challa. Let me put it in maybe terms that Grace Randolph could understand. If there was a certain character, let's say Wonder Woman, let's just say in the comics or whatever, something bad happened to her or whatever like that. Would Grace Randolph be cool if like Marvel said, or I'm sorry, DC was like, you know what? We're going to have Wonder Woman get raped. We're going to have her get raped or, killed in some other fashion. Do you mean to tell me that we as fans are supposed to just sit here and be like, wait a minute, like, whatever the circumstances with Gal Gadot, whatever they are, why are you doing that to that fictional character? Why are you putting that in our face? Why are you showing that to us? You mean to tell us that we don't have the right to sit here and protest that before it hits the screen? Maybe I don't want to see that happen to Wonder Woman. Maybe I don't want either option. What did I say before? Are we not the paying customers? Do we not have a say as to what happens with what goes on the screen? All this talk about like, oh, I trust Ryan Coogler, I trust Marvel. I don't care about that. I believe in these brothers. Don't get me wrong. I've said it many times. Ryan Coogler is a very super talented person. I don't have to accept these possibilities. I can protest it even if Marvel decides to keep doing it. Even if Marvel is intent on killing Chadwick Boseman's character T'Challa for the third time, I can protest that. I can let you know, no, I care so much about this. We care. All 35,000 plus signatures on the recast T'Challa. There are people that care about how we are depicted on screen, that we don't want this as an option. And I want you to also think about this too. Let's just say that this rumor is true, that Marvel's going to find a way to kill T'Challa, whether it's on screen, off screen, whatever. And I'm challenging the people out there who don't connect with the story of Black Panther. You don't connect with the representation that T'Challa stands for. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're from out of this country. Maybe you're white. Maybe you're Mexican. Maybe you're whatever you are. Maybe you're a woman. I don't know. Whatever it is. I'm talking to those people right here. Do you really, how can I put this? Because I don't want this point to be lost. If you can't connect with the character, can you at least understand how it impacts someone else? And if you can have that level of empathy or sympathy for other people, can you then at that point not fall into this whole concept that Grace is even subtly, passively implying that we should be entertaining this and just be complicit, that we should just give up? It's fine. It's cool. Marvel said this was going to happen. Oh, well. Let me go to this. I want to go back to this clip that she said.
Or the other option is that he dies off camera between Endgame and Black Panther 2. So I'm curious, what would you want to do? What do you think is the appropriate path to take? And don't say recast T'Challa. That's not an option. Would you do an on or off-screen death to end T'Challa's legacy?
Why do we have to fantasize about that? Why do we have to come up with ways on how Marvel should kill this black character? Their first leading black character, when they're only leading black characters. Why? Why are you comfortable with that? Because it just tells a good story? The question I want people to understand, I want you to reflect on this. If you can't connect with T'Challa, I want you to think about the concept of Marvel actually going forward and killing him off on screen. And I want you to think about the problematic nature and the fact that while Marvel still wants to celebrate and honor this character and Chadwick Boseman, no matter how you shake it, you're profiting off of the death of this black man. It doesn't matter what your intentions are. The fact that you are going to incorporate his death, his real death, and then you're going to have the actors, of course, react to this death. You know fully well that people are going to be curious about how is Marvel going to handle the passing of Chadwick Boseman. How is Marvel going to deal with the passing of Chadwick Boseman? What are they going to do to T'Challa? You know that people are going to be curious about this, and they're going to run to the theaters, pay their money, and it is at the expense of the death of this black man. Are you okay with that? And I have to even question the cast. I totally respect the fact that the cast were hit emotionally hard by the passing of Chadwick Boseman. I met the guy one time in my life. I met him for like 3 minutes, and I was affected. I was on screen crying, grown man and everything. So I know the people that were closest to him, working on sets, working with him day in, day out and all that. I know that they was feeling some type of way too. And what do we always talk about? Every time people want to give a reply to recast T'Challa, what do they talk about? Well, this is so insensitive. Oh, it's so soon. Oh, you're not giving people time to heal. Cool. Because to be clear, on recast T'Challa, I make it very specific. Recast doesn't have to be immediate. It does not have to be. But you mean to tell me these same cast and crew members and everybody involved that were so emotionally drawn and, to Chadwick and they're hurt and all that, you really want to let a year go by of healing? And I want y'all audience members to think about this too. We let a whole year go by and you're going to reenact or you're going to reopen that wound of Chadwick's passing again? For money? Nobody else see something wrong with that? That doesn't bother you? It bothers me. It bothers me because this country already has a problem with just the desensitization. Just like we're so desensitized when it comes to black men dying, when it comes to black people dying. And now we're in this position, and the biggest problem here, and I have to call out my white brothers and sisters on this. The biggest problem is the fact that Marvel is taking advantage. Let me not say that. I don't want to say that they're taking advantage, because I don't want to say that Marvel is going out their way to do something bad. I don't want to say that. That is not my position. But what I will say is that this opportunity, this instance, is playing on people's ignorance, not only on the significance of the character of T'Challa, but also the fact that we are so desensitized to Black death. We're so desensitized to Black men dying. If this was like Superman or anybody else, man, people would be having a whole fit. You would have a whole fit. It would not matter. I don't like the idea of this Grace Randolph lady sitting here telling us that we can't have this conversation because, and here's the thing, I'm trying to help her out. Grace, if you happen to be watching, I'm trying to help you out. Don't be a hypocrite. That's all. Don't be hypocritical. You had all that energy for Snyder, all that energy, 7 months, a year worth of energy to get your Snyder cut and all that. Some people even say you were leading the movement. If you don't agree with recast T'Challa, that's fine. Respect it. Same way I respected yours, even if I wasn't with you or behind you or whatever, I respected it. I think you can respect us back. I think you can do that. I think that's the very least you can do. You can be indifferent to it. If you really have to. And the reason why I come after her is because she has a huge following. That is the biggest problem. When you have a huge following and you're putting this kind of message out there, you're influencing people who already don't know. They're already ignorant to make. I don't hear her talking about Black issues. Does she talk about Black representation? Y'all let me know. I don't watch her channel. I don't get the impression that she gives the significance of Black representation. I don't get that impression from her channel. So when you sit here and you put that out there on your megaphone, it only further makes this problematic. And this is why I'm trying to say you need to cut that nonsense out. Don't tell people what they can and can't protest. You can sit here and personally disagree. That's fine. You are entitled to your opinion. But don't tell me how to protest. Don't tell me what I should and shouldn't talk about just because Marvel said that they're going to go this route. I don't care if Marvel says that. I'm still going to call it out. I'm still going to let people understand and hopefully wake people up to see how problematic this is. You're taking one of the most transcendent movies in our time, which is indirectly still going to make a profit off of the death of a Black man. Did George Floyd mean nothing? I thought we all started getting sensitive. No? We was just playing? It don't matter? Let me see what y'all got to say. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to even look at these comments. Like, I'm thank you, Tony. Tony Stark. Thank you. See this, and the irony in all this is that people say that I'm being disrespectful by talking about recast T'Challa. I want to recast T'Challa so I can keep Chadwick's memory alive. Because that's what happens in Hollywood. People forget characters that don't get recast. That's what happens. When you don't recast, people forget. People remember the characters that are recast. And let me just give you another soft reminder. Characters are more important than mantles. Nobody cares about mantles. Not one of y'all care about mantles. Not one of y'all care about Kryptonians. Y'all care about Clark Kent, Kal-El. You might care about Kara. You don't care about no Kryptonians. You don't care about them. You don't care about Green Lanterns. You care about Hal Jordan. You care about Jon Stewart. You care about Kyle Rayner. You don't care about the Green Lantern Corps. You don't care about 007. Not one person has ever been sitting here saying, yo, when are we going to see all the past and future 007s? You care about James Bond because characters make us care about the mantle, because the mantle is secondary. The character is primary. Passing around mantles and saying, oh, well, Black Panther, it's all about the mantle. No, it's about the character. If you knew, and don't even try and come at me talking about, but in the comics, stop it, because you don't know what you're talking about. If you talk about the comics, the source material, which does not have to be a straight up direct adaptation, but the heart, the core should always be maintained. T'Challa is always there. Even if someone else wears the mantle, T'Challa still stays there. You know why? Because it was always his story. Everybody else has their own stories, for sure. Everybody else elevates at the same time, for sure. But he's a constant. T'Challa is always there. That's why recasting T'Challa means something. That's why, like, even all these there were rumors about substitutions going to happen. Like, maybe Ryan Coogler was going to make a new character. Why are you trying to make us start from zero? What if nobody cares about this new black character you make? Do you know how much ground we're already starting this race from behind? And you want to go back to the starting line with a new character? Why? Because you think because people gonna care about the mantle that's gonna do it? There was also rumors that they were gonna give T'Challa a son. Is it with Storm? If it ain't with Storm, I don't think I want it. I need T'Challa and Storm. So what you gonna do? You gonna have T'Challa what? Get up with Nakia? Gonna call him T'Challa Jr.? So we just lose all of the stories for T'Challa? You just gonna do the substitution game and make that through T'Challa? Why? You got a whole multiverse that you can work with. You got other stories. This is another reason why I don't like the conversation from Grace. Because what it does is it completely creates this false dilemma. It creates this false dilemma that suggests that because we can't have this conversation, it's more valid for us to discuss and debate how we should kill T'Challa rather than the multiple ways we can keep his story going. Because if you remember at the end of Endgame, he ain't dead and his story is not complete. It literally just began. We don't know how T'Challa is going to be as a king. We don't know how T'Challa is going to act when he has confrontations with other tribes in Wakanda. We don't know how T'Challa is going to act when he has an issue with his sister. We don't know any of that because y'all already sitting here trying to stop the conversation from even happening. The substitution game is not going to work. I mean, I guess if Marvel wanted to do the whole kid angle, make him part of the whole Young Avengers thing or whatever, I guess it's a compromise, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. If y'all would like the whole idea of a new character or a son or something, I mean, if y'all like it, that's fine. Personally, I don't. Hey, give me that Storm and T'Challa, and they can have a son. I'm okay with that because there's too much character and story within T'Challa to just throw him away. Chadwick knew this. This is why Chadwick was still signed on. Black Panther 2 was not his own. He had an option for Black Panther 3. While he had cancer, he knew and had the foresight to think about the future that far ahead, despite his cancer diagnosis. If Chadwick cared about T'Challa that much, why can't we? Why do we have to settle? Why do we have to sit here and be like, oh, well, Marvel said no. It's a problem. And I'm not cool with it. I'm not going to be silent about it either. I'm not. And I know I'm going to have this conversation a number of multiple times because people are going to talk out of pocket. I'm sure Grace ain't going to be the first one. Or she ain't going to be the last one. It's going to happen. And I'm going to keep calling it out when it happens. Let me see if I can gather myself and look at these comments. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have to come back and read these later. I'm like so so charged up right now. Yeah. I mean, and something that really got to me was I recently got a message. It was an email. I forget the guy's name, but you know, he emailed me. He was like, "Hey, E-Man, you know, I'm a 50-plus-year-old white guy living in the Midwest. Blah blah blah. I got 3, you know, white sons, etc. I was not for the recast T'Challa movement. Okay." And throughout his email, he was like, but I started hearing more about what T'Challa meant, how he, you know, the representation, what that meant to you and the other Black folks and stuff like that. And the thing that kind of got me was the fact that, you know, it didn't dawn on me the effect of what T'Challa represented and how it reflected on me as a white guy. And I'm reading this like, whoa, what do you mean? And he was like, there was a moment in Endgame where T'Challa recognized Hawkeye. Because if you remember, classic scene, when in Civil War, when T'Challa and Hawkeye first met, he was like, "Hey, I'm Clint." He was like, "I don't care." You know, he hit him with that Wakanda proverb, "I don't care." You know? And but like in Endgame, you know, T'Challa recognized him, was like, Clint, give it to me, pass it to me. I got it, you know? And according to this guy, he was just saying the impact of that moment of seeing a strong, independent Black king recognizing, seeing Clint as an equal, not in terms of status of royal or nothing like that, but just like, now I do care. And because I care about you, even though I'm a king and all of that, this white guy that emailed me felt seen. And I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, that is amazing. It's amazing the effect of what the representation of a Black man on screen can have on non-Black people. This is why T'Challa is important. The problem is people don't even realize it. They don't realize it because we're not giving the character time. Chadwick knew this. This is why he specifically told Roland Martin, and I got the video on my channel. He told him, the roles I take on are bigger than myself. This is how I want people to see. I want people to see the roles, not me. So all them people that are like, anybody but Chadwick, I can't see nobody but Chadwick. You're saying he failed. You're saying he did not do his job because he didn't want you to see him. He wanted you to see the character that he portrayed. He wanted you to see that Thurgood Marshall, that Jackie Robinson, T'Challa, James Brown. He wanted you to see them, not him. It's selfish when we put him before what he believed. It's selfish. That doesn't mean we should like throw Chadwick out, with the baby with the bathwater. No, we honor and celebrate that brother all day. But we don't throw out the characters that he believed in either. But y'all say recast T'Challa is disrespectful? I'm literally trying to honor what this man believed in. Is Recast T'Challa about what y'all think or what Chadwick think? Like, when people say, I'm sorry, when people don't want to recast, is it because of what you think about Chadwick or is it because of what you want personally? Is it about you or is it about Chadwick? If it's about Chadwick, we need to recast. We need to keep his work going. I've said this before. Chadwick should be the beginning of a legacy, not the end of it. And that legacy does not get passed down with like, oh, somebody else just gets the mantle. No, that's how you start forgetting about people. That's how you stop caring about people. That's how the character gets lost in the sauce. Let me get these comments real quick. TG, thank you, brother, so much. I appreciate you. Everyone couldn't wait until Evan Peters' Quicksilver X-Men was revealed to be multiverse Quicksilver. The fandom is definitely down for a multiverse switch. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I don't like. Here's the thing. I don't like the idea of killing off T'Challa, but if we had to give in some way, shape, or form, give me another T'Challa. Kevin Feige was very specific when he said Chadwick will always be our T'Challa. Okay, maybe you talking about the Earth 616, the Universe 616. Okay, I still don't like the fact that y'all killing him for the third time, but if you give me another T'Challa from another universe, the multiverse, maybe that one carries all the history. Maybe that one ends up marrying Storm. Maybe that one still got his beef with Namor. That's literally like probably the best compromise. It's not the best solution in my opinion, but if we had to compromise where Marvel, you still get your way, recast T'Challa, you still get your T'Challa, multiverse is the best compromise at that point. Not substitution, not passing on the mantle, not, naming some ship or something after Chadwick. T'Challa. I need T'Challa. Please and thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Rim 17. We are in it for the long haul, E-Man. Can't stop, won't stop. Recast T'Challa. Hey. Appreciate you so much. You, man, all of y'all. Like, seriously, all of y'all. I appreciate y'all for real. Oh, my gosh. Come on now. Teaming up with people don't even know about that. Unless you're a comic fan, you don't even know about T'Challa teaming up with the Fantastic Four. That's how he debuted. Ooh, come on, we don't understand. Y'all don't understand what you guys are missing, and that is why I try to go so hard at this. I'm not over here trying to force people to agree. I just want you to open your mind. If you don't understand what representation means, just take a step back and just listen. Stop with the presumptions, because people just come in, see recast T'Challa, and they're like, oh, you just want to do this. You just read the petition. I am very, very, very specific with my wording. Watch the video. I am very, very, very clear with every single second of that video. Ask me a question. Come and talk to me. I'm open. I will talk recast T'Challa all day. All day, any day. I don't care. I will let you know. I've thought this out very thoroughly. Very thoroughly. This movement is not recast. It's not release the Snyder Cut. That was all just fans wanting to, whatever. Whatever that movement was, that ain't this. Don't conflate the two. They had their own personal reasons for release the Snyder Cut. They was sitting there thinking like, yo, Zack Snyder got done bogus. Yo, we want to see the rest of his story. Yo, we need WB did them bogus. And hey, all power to y'all. Same energy over here for recast T'Challa. It's about representation. It's that larger issue that's going on. It's about the fact that I don't really want to see the duplication or reenactment of Chadwick Boseman's death after an entire year or so of healing. So many people were coming at me talking about like, oh, this is too soon. We got to give time to heal. How are you going to feel if they kill this man, whether it's on screen or off screen, but then they reenact the whole moment? And Marvel about to make $1 billion some off of this man's death? When you don't have to. And that's the thing I need y'all to understand. They don't have to do this. That is why it is so important to understand what Recast T'Challa is about. This is basically trying to open people's minds to understand that there are other options. That's why I got issue with Grace Randolph, because you over here acting like we don't have options. You over here acting like we better just shut up and watch. Shut up and dribble. Marvel already said no. Oh, well. In the meantime, go fantasize about how we should kill him off. Ma'am. I'm too young to have blood pressure issues already. Too young. I'm too young. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get to these last couple comments, because I need to go. I have to go work on the breakdown for Loki and some other things. Howard D, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Recast T'Challa was in my head the day after Chad died because I knew he would be here. I knew we would be here. I felt alone until I heard you speak. I appreciate the fight. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you for supporting and being on there. I appreciate you. Thank you. Shay, calling it out eloquently and efficiently, E-Man, a true leader for this Recast T'Challa movement. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, Minecraft, don't even worry about it. I'm not here for the money. I'm here to give a message. I'm just happy that you're here. If you're here, you're listening, you're watching, I appreciate that. So don't even feel bad. I appreciate you regardless. Let me see. There was one more here. K-Pack, I'm creating my own Black comic book universe. It's time we need it. When I'm ready, will you help put the word out? Maybe, like if it's good, get it done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have said they shoulda, coulda, woulda. Get it done. If it's good, if it's great, if I like it, that's cool. Now, granted, this is more of a movie, TV type of platform channel. I know I talk about comics and stuff, but that's only when they get adapted. So what I would hope for you is that you do put out your comic, and that it does get adapted. And if it does, whether it's TV, movies, or whatever, I'll be happy to bring that up for you. But first and foremost, let me just wish you a good luck. And I really do hope that you get that going. We need it. There are Black Sands. There are other outlets out there that do Black comic entertainment. But yeah, for sure. So yeah, get it going, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right. But thank you so much. Let's see. Man, I'm hot. Kimberly Allen, if Marvel does the Secret Wars Multiverse Incursion event, that could be a solution to having T'Challa. Trevante Rose would be a good option. Look, I'm at this point, I don't care who they want to put in. What's that dude's name from Snowfall? Damson Idris, is it, or something like that? I'll take him. Y'all already know I'm already all over Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, John David Washington, Trevante Rose. If you want, I'm fine with all of that. That works for me. But Kimberly, thank you so much for the support. I really, really do appreciate you. Let's see. Pound the Pavement. Off topic. I've never seen a mic like that. That's the Snowball. That's the what is it? Blue ice blue, whatever Snowball. So that's what that is. Shout out to Lamont Tyson from Life Gains, by the way, for that donation. Thank you so much. Hopefully this sound is actually good for y'all too. Like I'm trying different tech, trying different lighting, trying different cameras just to see what works. So hopefully that works for you. Anyway, let's see. Anyway, that Snyderverse comparison is legit. There is more depth to that convo that only you address. Yeah, I'm trying, but thank you so much. Yeah, I really want people to understand that, again, I don't want to personally, go after Grace or as an individual. I'm holding you accountable to the words that you say. I'm holding you accountable to the platform that you hold. And I'm trying to let you know that what you say, whether it's intentional or not, is problematic, and it is something that you should be accounted for. So that's the main thing with that. Let's see, my man Chief. Let's see, Etherman, respectfully, happy early Father's Day. We with you, bud. Thank you so much. And you know what? A happy Father's Day to all of y'all out there as well. I really, really do hope that y'all are celebrated, honored. You know, fathers matter. You know, we matter out there. So that's definitely something. Now, hold on, I got Jackie. You know, we couldn't leave without Jackie, of course. Our 7-year-old son cried when Chadwick died. Sorry to hear that. He asked if BP died too. We told him no. He was relieved. He still had something to hold on to. Why take that away because of the illusion that the actor is the character and bonded for life? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is a problem. And again, that's why representation matters, right? Because there's no reason. Again, Chadwick's death is hurtful already. There's no need to double down on that with T'Challa. And like I said, you can do any other. You have so many options. You can sit here and say he is kidnapped. You can say he's on a mission in space. You can sit here and say he in the TVA with Loki. You can say he a Skrull. You can say whatever you want. You can do so many other things to address this fictional character that has leeway, rather than dealing with this false dilemma like, no, Chadwick died, so we can only kill him. That's the only option. No, it's not. Hashtag recast T'Challa. I'm sorry to hear that about your son, Jackie. And for his sake, I hope he doesn't see what Marvel might be going down in terms of the route with T'Challa. I hope they don't do that, because your 6-year-old son doesn't need to go relive that situation again. He doesn't. Nobody does. Anybody that saw themselves in Black Panther, anyone who just looked up to Chadwick, there's no reason to go relive this. There's no reason to reopen that wound at all. We have the liberty to tell different stories in different ways. We don't have to be confined to this false dilemma. Eric Shaw, brother, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh man, Deadpool. We never go to see T'Challa as a true. We never did get to see him as a true Avenger. See him lined up with Captain Marvel, Sam, Doctor Strange. There's a lot of stuff we're just not gonna get. And as I've said, there's no reason that we have to settle for this compromised representation. I want to see Shuri and T'Challa rock it out as Black Panthers, as rulers, African kings and queens. I want to see both. Why can't we have both? Why is that a problem to even think that we can have both? I can't be greedy. We can't be selfish. The whole mythos of Black Panther, and unfortunately, because we haven't even gotten to that point with the MCU, because MCU fans don't always read comics, the comics they were literally created to push the boundaries. They were that was Stan Lee's intention. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby was like, yo, how can we break this, in 1966, this negative stereotype with Black characters? Were they not just shucking and jiving and talking all jive turkey, blah, blah, blah? Like, how do we break that? I know, let's make an African king. I know, let's make the smartest, like one of the smartest people in the world. I know, let's make him so powerful he could take on the Fantastic Four. Why can't the MCU keep that same energy? Push those boundaries. Force people to understand that the representation that comes with T'Challa and with the strong, independent Shuri is something that is necessary to be seen. Thank you, old man Deadpool. Appreciate you. Woosai, light some sage. But also that shirt, though. Happy Juneteenth. Leave a gift out for the Juneteenth ghost. Happy Father's Day. You're right. I'm about to walk away now because I'm so tired. I didn't want to come in with the heat, but y'all already know how I get with this, so I'm gonna go woosah a little bit, and then I got to jump back and work on this. Jackie, thank you so much. John Bond, not James Bond. Okay. Bless up, E-Man. Thank you for what you do. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. All right, so this is the last one here. One tall girl, 78. Grace should be consistently held to the fire for her incorrect statements on diversity issues. Fake white wokeness, gone wrong, recast T'Challa. Hey, like I said, I don't go watch her channel. That is nothing against her. I'm not like hating on her, nothing like that. I just don't check for her. But hey, people brought it to my attention, got to me, so I had to address it. But hey, one way or another, we're gonna keep this going. We're gonna keep this energy going. It does not matter what Marvel says. I don't care what Marvel intends to do. If it's wrong, I'm gonna call it out. If you still decide to go put that in your movie, I'm still gonna call it out because it's a problem. And we need to have these conversations. That's why I'm not going to be shut up by Grace Randolph sitting here telling us that we shouldn't have the conversation, that this isn't a valid debate. Ma'am, excuse your face. It is a valid debate. It's a valid conversation because it affects me. It might not affect you because you don't connect with T'Challa. You don't care about Black Panther except for having a nice little fantastic story. That's your right. But what is not cool is for you to sit here and tell me what I or the 35,000 plus people can and cannot say about it as well. So please go check yourself. Anyway, I'm done here. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for your time and energy. Be safe out there. Be on the lookout. I'm going to drop this Loki breakdown video soon. I hate the fact that it's on Wednesdays because I actually have to work during the week. So now it's like I got to work and I got to do the breakdown, and it's tough. So please bear with me. I apologize for the delay. But yeah, stay tuned. Of course, you already know I got some more stuff coming. If I can get that breakdown done, I got a theory video I got to drop as well. If you haven't seen it already, I do have another theory with Loki. You want to go check out that video if you're new here. But anyway, thank y'all again so much. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all be safe. Until next time. Peace.